What's up, everyone? We got a top tier meme for you today. This is Align the Tesseract Worldpyre. I had been wanting to build something like this for a while, but I kept forgetting to actually do it. I finally got around to doing it, and it's pretty hilarious. Had a lot of fun playing this. Not sure how competitive it actually is, but it's pretty hilarious to pilot. Makes for some really exciting moments. One of the downfalls of this deck is it's cool to be able to Worldpyre Kroll into play, but it's also really hilarious and not great whenever we're turboing out so many Krolls that once we start drawing a ton of cards, there's the really... I basically killed myself with Kroll more than once while I was playing this deck. So there's a chance I'm supposed to just not be playing Kroll, but I thought it would be funny to be able to Worldpyre him into play, so that's kind of how that happened. Other than that, we've got a pretty nice grenadin shell. Between the Sparking Vermin, Grenadin, and Occultist, pretty much able to trigger Cyberhound most of the time. We can use No End to Old'em to just make sure we always have a Grenadin in play. And even if we miss on a Cyberhound or two, it's not that big of a deal. Later on, we can buy them back with Nectar of Unlife and draw more cards if we want to, or stuff like that. So it really doesn't take much, and adding Cyberhound to your deck makes Grenadin hits so much better, because your Grenadin will, draw you a Cyberhound, and then not only do you get this little weenie 3/3, but you get whatever the next card is on top of your deck. So it can be quite a lot of value, especially when you're playing cards like Crafty Occultist, and you just want that extra gas to discard. Other than that, a typical Align deck would be playing way more Grenadin, but since we're able to just Worldpyre it into play eventually, we don't really need to play that many Grenadin, so we're able to get away with just kind of these 12 targets here. I say 12 because Crafty Occultist does make a Grenadin, so and yeah, it's pretty funny. The cool thing, and what kind of led me to making this deck, I know I'm kind of rambling here, I noticed that Grenadin can fetch transpose, and one of the biggest struggles with Worldpyre decks in Expedition right now is there's not a really reliable way to be drawing cards early on and make sure you always have Worldpyre. So thanks to Grenadin and Crafty Occultist and Cyberhound, we can actually draw like a freaking madman early on in the game, and assuming we hit those cards and Display of Menace and stuff, and we'll basically guarantee we're getting a turn 4 or turn 5 Worldpyre, and then hopefully turn 5 or turn 6 we're able to from the heavens or drop a 12/12 or channel the Tempest something. Just a lot of fun stuff going on here. Other than that, I mean, it's a pretty straightforward deck. It's super greedy, but honestly there's not that much aggro in the format right now. And even the aggro we do play against, some of our Grenadin are actually able to hold down the fort long enough that, we can stabilize against them. So it's kind of a weird Expedition format where everyone's just on these greed piles, value piles. So we're able to get away with bullshit like this, and kind of works out. As far as the market, Death Strike is, it is what it is. It's just a kill spell that hits anything, so sometimes we want that. Forbidden Research, this is the only way we have to get justice, so if our Worldpyre was to die, we can get Forbidden Research, give ourselves justice, and then be able to cast From the Heavens or Savior of the Meek as needed. Rain of Frogs, if you're playing against Machinations, you transpose for Rain of Frogs, and they either have a counterspell or they die on the spot. And then I added Broker to the market. Honestly, there's probably better options out there. Potentially another spell that does damage. Honestly, even Eccentric Officer wouldn't be that bad. But it's basically just a different Worldpyre. I'm sure there's other options. Maybe even Siege Train. I don't know. But I just went with Broker. I thought I'd be able to do some funny things, like early on. You can transpose a Channel the Tempest or something, or an Align the Tesseract to your market. There was even a game where I did it with Kroll, and then you broker them back in. But to be perfectly honest, there wasn't a lot of games where I had enough time to be doing shenanigans like that, so maybe that wasn't the right call. But there's not really a whole lot of good options. I guess Replication Cell could be kind of funny if you're looking for like a big meme. We also could just play like Stealth Strike or something, or some sort of random spell. We could do Death from Above, and just like, if we've got Align the Tesseract in play, we transpose them and like grab Death from Above and just one-shot our opponent. That seems pretty funny. That's literally a one-shot too, which is cool. Potentially that would be a good idea. Arak is also a pretty solid option, or even like Dark Purveyor. There's plenty of good options here. Heartstopper is kind of fun. But yeah, I mean, I went for Broker, and that's what I had in all the videos, so if you want to match what I was doing, that would be the way to go. Kenna wouldn't be bad. Mortar. Lots of good options here. But that aside, with the 4-cost market, there's only so many good spells, so Broker is usually one of the last cards we're going for. It's usually Worldpyre first, and then you know, Removal or Rain of Frogs as the game is progressing, or like Forbidden Research if we really need gas. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much the list. Power base is actually pretty solid thanks to Seek Power. All these seats get turned on if we have a painting. We can go like painting into Seek Power, and then basically have untapped power for the whole game. And then our influence isn't really that much of a struggle. We kind of just need one of each, and then, you know, 2 Shadow for Kroll. And we're playing a big pile of seats and Silexes though, because eventually we want just like only influence, like all this dual influence, so we're able to actually Worldpyre Align into play eventually. But yeah, you need to have 6 dual lands to be able to play Align like that. But more realistically, you'll probably be at like 7 or 8 power before you're able to Worldpyre Align. And that would be as if you drew 2 sigils and 4 or 5 dual lands. So that is the list.